Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Nomi Factory GTCEu hard mode. All right, so here we are today, episode 89. And last episode, we had just gotten the Naquita coils and doing some further Naquita processing. And you can probably see already there's some changes. I added some monitoring panels. But also what you've seen is that we have tritium. We have a lot of it now, actually. I've been processing a lot of Caymanite and the Naquita fluid that we had. And we got enough now. I think we have enough for the fusion quest. That's what the number had told me in the quest book. It was 14 stacks of tritium that we needed. Other than that, I don't think I've done too much. I've maybe kind of upped the allowances on some of these machines for the high octane gasoline. As you can see, we have 2,000 buckets of it now, and we are going to need this gasoline for Draconium here soon, so it is good to have more. Beyond that, haven't really done anything down here, I don't think. No. Kind of added, oh, that's right, I made a recipe for a battery. Hold on. Because I had the terminal here, and I upgraded the battery to a higher voltage. So we also have PTFE fluid in here now, so we can take care of PTFE recipes as well. I do want to add a autoclave in here eventually and other multi-block machines, but we'll get to that when we need it. Additionally, there's something that I kind of learned how to use with this terminal, and when I say it's very damn fancy, this is a much better visualization of recipes that we can use and make and all that, versus like say the crafting calculator, which honestly, when I do a new playthrough of this, you know, not in a video series, but you know, on my own time, I'll definitely be using this over anything else. So, okay, so we don't really necessarily need 16 of these. In fact, actually, I looked it up and I was kind of surprised by this. For the fusion reactor, we only need 4 coil blocks. Like, what the heck, you know? Hold on. There we go. So as you can see here, it uses mostly glass in the empty areas, I think. Or no, actually, it doesn't use anything. So there's, I guess there's, hold on. Okay, so I think this configuration right here is if, I don't know exactly. But there's 2 configurations. I guess the fusion glass might be a little bit cheaper. But we'll have to check the quest. Any sense? The fusion reactor is only going to need 4 coils. We are going to need... Oh yeah, we're going to need 31... We're going to need some more machine casings to not have all these input hatches. In fact, we really don't need LUV for fluids. We will need the energy hatches, but that's really about it. At most, we're talking 3 blocks here, so that's 32 minus 3, 29 extra blocks, I think. Extra machine casings. But we'll get this in a pattern eventually, and we might have to do this separately. Okay, so we need to get UHPICs, and then we also need to get indium, barium, titanium cuprate, although that shouldn't be that crazy. Everything else here is pretty doable. We're going to need to get a LUV assembler with tritium. And then, yeah. Okay, so let's look at the quest book here. So I need to get that out of there. Oh, right, Enderium. So that is a thing. Our conduits are not going to last us much longer, or it's going to begin to show their age soon enough. Where is it? Okay, so we want to get Enderium, and then we want to get Draconium, right? That's going to be 8 million throughput. I mean, honestly, we're not going to be using that right away, but we're already sending... We already have more power generation. Well, it's not shown right now, but we have on average using we are on average using more than 500 and whatever 80,000, 524,000 RF per tick. Sometimes this will jump up to 6, 7, 8, or even 900,000. Heck, even a million sometimes when I'm using a lot of machines. So it would be great to get that going. So that being said, let's say I want to use this recipe chart and we're going to do a new page. So basically to explain what I'm doing here, I mouse over to the side here, new page, and we're going to say conduits. Okay. So we're going to come over here, add a root slot, and we're going to put, I think it was Enderium, no, Draconium was the big one. Draconium superconductor energy conduits. Hold on, I'm curious. Is there... Okay, so that's interesting. Draconic superconductor. Okay. Pretty sure it was only called superconductor in the last pack. But anyway, okay, so let's get this math out here. So what we need to do is we need to select a node, hit R, and we shift click the recipe in there, right? Now we have these here. We need to click them so that they will save, right? And then from here, wire mill, oh, whoops, click, wire mill, boom, and there we go. All right, and then this, same thing. All right, and oh, that's a thing. Oh, actually, hold on, I'm just trying to think here. So the Enderium wire mill, right? So now if we wanted to say we want, oh, I don't know, 500, right? We hit the calculator button right here, type the number, and it will lay everything out for us. Right? So we can even combine certain things like this. So conduit binder, for example, it's the same item as the other conduit binder. So we now know that we're going to need that much of it. Okay, so let me do this here. I only care about the hot Enderium ingot. And then that's going to be Krypton, you say. Okay, that shouldn't be too crazy. All right, and then we'll move this over here. And then for the Enderium dust, there we go. So that doesn't seem to be a whole lot that we're going to need. Now, the thing is, I need to know how many conduits I'm going to need, right? So let me come over here to our conduit, and I'm going to click that number, or click the conduit there. Okay, so I'm going to get a calculator out here. So we have, let's see, I think it's 600, the 632 million number divided by 524,288. So we have a need of 1,200 conduits. Okay, so let me go back into here, and then we're gonna round this out actually to a nice 1,300. Okay, so we're gonna need a lot of draconium. And to get the draconium, draconium dust. Do we even have draconium? I wonder. Hold on. Let me... Yeah, okay. So... Dragon scales, how bad is those? Is that going to be to get? So... We're kind of stuck here with having to make tier 7s if we just want the scales. However, draconium dust... Is there a way to make this? Okay, yes, there is. There's Menulin and Dragon's Breath, and Dragon's Breath comes from... Okay, so we need to get back into Diesel and the Blazing Pyrotheum, and that should be that, okay? So, and go back into the terminal here. And let's see. Bada boom. That is a shit ton of buckets. And then for this, no, wait, hold on. I don't want that. Move, move. Okay, we want the draconium dust. There we go. And reactor, right? There's no other way. There's a draconium ore. We could probably go into the end for that. I have an idea. Actually, we only need 320 dust. Let me see something here. Okay, so I have the terminal, right? I'm gonna grab some draconium ore out of here. And then we're going here and we're gonna say, wait, ore, no, not that. Ore prospector? Okay, never mind. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna say the draconium ore, select, right? And I'm gonna make this color blue. Okay, so now we're gonna see this blue in world, right? So let's go to the end and let's just see how much draconium we're gonna be dealing with. All right, so if I come and pull this out, there we go. So you have the AR functionality. You can see there's actually some draconium ore down there. And nothing above. So let's see about getting down there. Back in a sec. Okay, here we are now at the bottom of the island, and there's some gold and magnetite here, which, you know, not really the biggest of deals. So we have the draconium here. We actually might need to implement the dragon's breath method for the future, but this should be a good way to get some resources now. And in fact, what I'll probably do is get, hold on, I'll probably get the automation system for Dragon's Breath done either on camera or off camera and then come back and show it. But yeah, it would be good, be beneficial for us to get the Enderium conduits. So how much draconium does that give us now? 16 pieces of ore. So when this breaks down, we're going to get on average about, okay, so it comes down to 4. So let's just say that we will get 64 ore, but that's not counting all of the byproducts that we could possibly get as well. See, we get a chance of byproducts there too. So maybe I'll get like, I'll get as much as I can. But honestly, we might just need to do the ore setup. I mean, the ore setup, the fluid setup. It's gonna require some passive stuff. And honestly, the fact that we're gonna need petroleum means that we're gonna need to send out a lot more missions as well. Now, I don't know if draconium ore spawns outside of the Ender Island, the main Ender Island. I'd imagine so. I remember like end comments used to be a thing, but I don't know if that's still a thing now. I imagine the super dragon is still in the pack. Whoop. But I don't think we're near ready for that fight. I haven't fought that dragon in a good long time, honestly. Okay, so I'm rambling on here. I'm gonna go and do some more mining, and then I will be back. Alright, so I'm back for a bit. So we have now draconium dust. So I didn't go and dig too much, but we are kind of getting a lot of small piles of the stuff. I don't think it's gonna get us near the 300 that we need. Yeah, 325. But Enderium shouldn't be that crazy to deal with, honestly. I'm pretty sure we've made blue steel at some point. Okay, yeah, it's automated to some degree. So that shouldn't be too bad. Enderium. So if we want to smelt, if we want to get the ingot, which we're gonna need, we need to set up a Naquita EBF for that, and that's ooh. Excuse me. Actually, Oh goodness, I got the hiccups. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I think it's gone away. So I don't think this is gonna be worth it. It's basically the same pace, honestly. So I'm gonna have to set up a dedicated blast furnace for this. That shouldn't be all that bad, actually. Okay, so clathrate is like the only thing that I'm not sure we have. Okay, we don't. Okay, so do we have Ender Pearl or Resident Ender saved? We should. Don't. Okay, not a problem. So let me just get. So we have a lot of pearls and we have a lot of blocks of pearls. So let's go break these down. And then we'll grab an extra. Well, we don't need to break these all down, but okay. We'll grab an extra. Actually, hold on. What is the melting speed of the pearls? Okay, basically instantaneous. So we'll grab that. We will grab a bus. Well, okay, well. I don't think we're gonna need it right now. So let's go for the bus. The bus method of just having the storage be in the tank, the machine itself. Okay, so we'll grab controller. Emitter. Cable. Oh, and we're gonna need veyors. Okay. So pop over to our towers. Do I have a medium slot? Medium voltage slot? Technically. Okay. Okay, so we have a conveyor there. Import. Oh, I didn't grab interface. Interface. Okay, so a pearl goes here. 5. We will make sure that it's quiet. Okay, that will work for us. Okay, now the controller and the emitter and the cobble there. Okay, Ender, molten Ender. Molten Ender. There we go. So 8,000 or 8 buckets. Right. So that will be that. Right. And we need to label this. Molten Ender. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up here. No. Okay, let me do it. Let me do it this way then. Because storage buses don't get picked up for whatever reason, we will just name it Molten Ender on the item side. There we go. Okay. Wait, why is that not doing that? When levels are above. How? Oh, Resonant Ender. Resonant. And there we go. Okay. So now with the Resonant Ender, Now we're gonna need a chemical reactor. We'll go with the IV one, why not? Okay, so here, and we're also gonna want to control this, so let's grab that right now. Grab a emitter. We're gonna need a emitter, or item emitter. Emitter. Bases, we have that, and we are gonna need a fluid regulator as well. Fluid regulator, boom. Okay, so put that on the bottom there. And import, keep exact, we'll say 100. Hello? There we go, okay. So that is connected now. Okay, so we have that in there. Now we need a conveyor. Actually, no, I don't want that. The filter. Import, keep exact. Okay. And I just looked at the time, we're kind of running low on time. I might need to do some cuts. Okay, so that not hooked up yet. Okay, so we're gonna say 256 of that cloth rate. Okay, and then where'd my wrench go? Did I lose my wrench already? It must have broke. Okay then. Wrench. I will need to make a tungsten steel wrench later. Bada boom. Okay. This quartz to res cloth. Great. Okay. That is cooking for us. So now, if we want the cloth rate to become or Enderium, we're going to need a mixer, and we're going to need at least an EV mixer. So let me get this going, and I'm going to cut here. I'll be back when I set up the Enderium mixer, and we'll go from there. All right, I'm back. So I realized that the Enderium dust is actually a recipe, not so much something that I'll be importing, right? It's not on, it's on demand, or you know what I'm trying to say. The blue steel, I would need to stock up, and then I would need to stick all of these items in there if I wanted to be running constantly. So it'll probably be a craft thing that the Enderium happens with. Any case, we do need to get an EBF going. Like I said, we are going to need a Naquita, which I have all the parts for a new EBF. I also have the coils right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop over. Oh yeah, I kind of, before I forget, I remember that in an earlier episode I mentioned the tree farm. Well, I went ahead and, well, I mean, I want to show you what that tree farm is looking like exactly. So you can see we have a pretty big boy farm here, and I think I need to add some more lights. But essentially, this farm is dealing with a double compressed octadic RF capacitor. So we get more coverage, right? So if I do this, you can see it's covering, I think it's like a 13 by 13 area. But yeah, I will need to fix the light issue. In any case, I kind of also did like a little stone roof up here. I don't know why. I guess I was bored. But in any case, let's try and set this up quickly. And then I will go from there. Oh, I need to add a converter to the EBF recipe. But while that cooks, let's get this going. So we need boom, 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 boom. And okay, heat casing. So, and then muffler hatch, and wrench. And then output bus, not there. Input bus here, input fluid there, there. And that should be good. That should satisfy everything. So that output bus is gonna, yeah, that output bus is gonna share between these two. So the Krypton will go here. So let's see, face. Honestly, I don't really care if we stick every, well, not every, but all the Krypton that the hatch can fit in here. So Krypton, bada boom. Do we not have Krypton? Did we not make Krypton? Oh. I don't have Ender Air, do I? Don't I? Do I? Krypton. Shit. Okay, that's a bummer. Okay, for the future we will get the Krypton going, but what I'm gonna do is overnight I'm gonna get the Enderium set up. To run in that EBF so that I can move things over to the new conduit type. So we're gonna need 82 Enderium dust, I think, right? Yeah, 82 Enderium dust. Okay, so Enderium dust. So we're gonna need 78. Okay, so that will craft up for us. In the meantime, I'm gonna go and finish setting this up. Now, we are going to need to go and set up an Ender Air collector in the end. And I'll probably be using, what's the word? Those Ender connector, the Ender facades to be able to send fluid around. Okay. So in here, the Enderium, and that won't cook immediately because it doesn't need a circuit. So integrated. Oh, and the converter should be done by now. There's that circuit. And the converter. And then 4 times, I think, end steel. Cool. Okay. Depending on how long this will take, I might wait for it to finish so I have a video thumbnail thingy. Okay, so it needs power still, so it also needs the integrated circuit in there. There we go. Okay, that should be getting power, and then the Enderium is going to need a circuit of 1. Okay, so that is going to take 130 seconds per ingot, and that's going to take, I said, how many two? 82. So 130 times 82 divided by 3. So that's going to take 3 hours to smelt. So I'll get the 1 ingot and then probably end off the episode here with that ingot. Draconium. We're going to need to get a vacuum. I think we have a gel cryothium vacuum freezer already. I'm not sure though. Probably not, because we would need the ridiculous amount of cryothium to do that. We might have, I'm not sure. but that's going to need something in the realm of 325 draconium dust. So where are we on draconium dust, actually? Okay. Oh, actually, we have enough, right? Yeah, we do. Okay, so we have enough for that. That would be a next episode thing. And speaking of next episode, we will... Hold on. We will focus on going to the end and getting a setup going for Ender Air collection as well as processing. I might need to toss up another extreme engine setup to get more power. Ideally, I want to graduate into plasma turbines, and that's coming soon, but I'm not sure if we are shy of anything. Turbine doesn't appear to be overly complicated, honestly. The rotor holder, everything here seems pretty simple enough. It's the plasma that I'm worried about. And I think argon plasma. No, what was the cheap one? I think it was oxygen plasma. Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 1. Okay. Helium plasma, I think, is the one that we'll start with. Maybe? Okay, I guess it is helium plasma. So we need to get deuterium and tritium. Tritium, big surprise, comes from Ender Air. Okay, so that's going to be a thing that we need to do. Okay, Enderium, boom. There we go. Okay, so that is Enderium, and we will get Draconium soon, but we're that much closer also to the tier 6 microminer. Okay, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you did enjoy. Next episode, we'll come back and we will take care of that Ender stuff. And tomorrow, I'll do more recording after all of our Enderium has finished. With that, it's been an episode. See you next time.